Please get ready for part 2 of Prime Minister's address in 4th episode of Maan Ki Baat on 29 September 2019. 5 seconds. Start. A few days ago, Elena Tayang, a student from far off Arunachal, has written an interesting letter to me, and the contents are. Let me read out the letter to you. Respected Prime Minister, my name is Elena Tayang. I hail from Roing, Arunachal Pradesh. On my exam result this time, some people asked me if I had read the book Exam Warrior. I replied in the negative, but on returning, I purchased the book and read it more than twice. My experience after that has been very good. I felt had I read the book before my exams, I would have benefited a great deal. I liked quite a few aspects of this book, but I noticed that it contains many mantras for students, but for parents and teachers, this book does not have much. I wish if you are thinking anew on a new edition, do include a few mantras for parents and teachers, and of course, new content. See, even my young friends bear this trust that whatever they ask the Pradhan Sevak, the principal servant of the country, to do, it will be done. My young student friends, first of all, I thank you for writing to me. Thank you for reading Exam Warriors more than twice, and special thanks for pointing out shortcomings in the book. At the same time, my little friend has entrusted me with a task. In fact, there are orders for me. I shall certainly comply with your directions. As you have told me, I shall positively try to write something for parents as well as teachers, as and when I get the time to pen a new edition. But I urge all of you, can you be of help to me? It is about experiences in your daily lives. I call upon all students, teachers, and parents to come up with your experiences and suggestions on aspects of stress-free exams. I shall duly go through them, study them. I will give it due thought, and whatever comes across as apt, I shall try and incorporate that in my own words. And quite possibly, if the suggestions are sufficiently large in number, it will lend certitude to the idea of a new edition. So I shall eagerly wait for your thoughts to flow. Once again, I express my gratitude to our little friend, student Elena Tayang from Arunachal. My dear countrymen, you update yourselves with the busy schedule of the Prime Minister of the country through newspapers and television. You even discuss the engagements. But I hope you are aware that I am just as common a being as you are. Being an ordinary citizen, whatever affects you has the same effect on me, since I am just one amongst you. You see, just see how, on the other one hand, victory in the US Open was discussed. On the other, runner-up Daniil Medvedev's speech was equally doing the rounds in public discourse, especially on social media. Hence, I too heard the speech and watched the match. The sheer simplicity and maturity displaced by the 23-year-old Daniil Medvedev touched everyone. It surely stirred me. Moments before this speech, he had suffered defeat at the hands of tennis legend Rafael Nadal, 19 times Grand Slam winner. An event such as this would have pushed anyone towards remorse and despair. In the case of Medvedev, there was no sign of the slightest pallor on his countenance. Rather, his expression lit up the faces of those watching him with meaningful smiles. He won hearts with his humility and simplicity, the epitome of the spirit of sportsmanship in the truest sense that he is in letter and spirit. Spectators welcomed his reflections with warmth and fervor. He also touched upon Nadal being the inspiring force in tennis for millions of young people, adding how difficult it was to face him in the game. The way Medvedev heaped praise on his opponent after a defeat in a fierce duel makes him a living example of the true essence of the spirit of sportsmanship. Of course, on the other hand, champion Nadal too showered glowing praise on Daniel's game. The display of the indomitable ardor of the defeated and the sheer humility of the victorious in the same frame was a sight to behold. If you haven't heard Medvedev's speech yet, I shall urge you, especially young friends, to watch this video. It holds much for people across the age and class spectra to see and learn. These are moments that go way beyond winning and losing, where victory and defeat cease to be. It is life that is victory. This has been beautifully articulated in our scriptures. The wisdom of our ancestors is truly praiseworthy. Our ancient texts observe, meaning when ability and humility amalgamate in a person whose heart will be not be able to win over. As a matter of fact, this young player has won the hearts of people across the globe. My dear countrymen, and especially my young friends, what I am going to tell you now is directly for your benefit. Discourses and debates will continue. The support and opposition will continue. But if some things are checked before they proliferate, then there is a huge benefit. Things that spawn and spread a lot are very difficult to stop at later stages. But if we become aware at an early stage and put a stop to it, then a lot can be saved. Continuing in the same vein, I feel today that I should definitely have a talk with my young friends. Stop.